What's up, dude? I just got back from LA and I bought $30 of Japanese art supplies. And so we're gonna go back home and test them out to see if I just wasted all my money. But first, have some coffee.
Temperature rising in the valley these days. Waking up, feeling the sun, though the skies are gray.
You sit down to draw. You're finally feeling that creative groove. But your pencil kind of hurts your hand. The ink from your pen is scratchy. Or even worse, your eraser changes the color of your paper. This just happened to me, and if you're anything like me, you don't even want to draw anymore. You're getting rusty because your materials suck. I'm Ben. I've been drawing my whole life. I've used all sorts of materials like dip pens, Sakura fine liners, and even Copic markers. So on the hunt for better art supplies, I took a trip to Little Tokyo. So today, I'll be reviewing 3 essential Japanese art supplies to see if they're worth adding to your collection. This is a Tombow Mono mechanical pencil. I got this pencil, just like everything else in this video, from one bookstore in Little Tokyo. But I also found it for like $2 cheaper on Amazon. So if you want this pencil and also want to save the trip to LA, I'll leave a link in the description so you could buy it cheaper. My first impression is that the packaging was really nice. The pencil's really heavy, so it feels premium right off the bat. This pencil, it took me a minute to get used to it. It's actually a lot heavier than what I'm used to. If you just use a normal HB pencil, those are light. And you whip out this thing and it feels like you're going into engineering school and you're basically becoming a transformer. Being as heavy as it is, the lines definitely come out darker than you'd expect. It's a lot harder to control the line weight, right? If you're trying to hatch and shade it lightly first and then slowly darken as you fill in the details, and if you're used to a non-mechanical pencil, this took a minute to get used to. But as you use it, it does get easier. You figure out how heavy the pencil itself is, so you know how to hold it, and I think you're able to get the lines just the way you want. I also realized that this pencil has an eraser built in, which is just hidden so well, and I didn't know because the packaging was in Japanese. But the eraser was as high quality as the rest of the pencil. It erased just fine, left no marks, it did everything you could ask of one. Overall, I would say I was pretty satisfied with this pencil. I think that the weight of it, though it took me a minute to get used to, I actually did like it. You could totally use this if you know you're just going for a sketch and you want fine lines. It's perfect. It feels good in your hand. I loved this pencil. If you're looking to get a mechanical pencil that's not like a $50 one from Germany, I do recommend this one. You could buy it from Amazon for cheaper than what I bought it for. If I had to replace it, I'd get it again. I'd give this a solid 8 out of 10. Check out the link in the description. This pen was fun to try out, I have to tell you. I was excited to use this because I've been using this pen to take notes in church for the past couple weeks, and the ink would work really well on that notebook. But what was weird is that it kind of didn't do that for drawing. I don't know if you can tell from the footage, but as I'm tracing the sketch, the ink really did not roll out smoothly some of the time. Sometimes it did, and it was fine, but it was really unreliable. There were moments where ink just would not come out, and it was kind of scratchy. I have to note that this pen was not marketed as a drawing pen. I just got it from the stationery store. It was with other writing material, so I'm sure this isn't what it was designed for. But it was kind of lackluster for drawing. I would recommend a different pen for the main line art. However, this pen was very fun to use for the scratch marks and the cross-hatching, the shading on Goku. So I will say, as a supplementary pen, phenomenal. I would recommend it. But if you're in the market to have just a main pen for inking your art, this was one of those experiences where you ink your drawing and you realize that it looked better as a sketch than trying to finalize it. So I was a bit disappointed. But all that said though, I do think in the end it ended up looking alright. The first eraser we're trying is the Tombow Mono eraser, which everyone knows, this is the classic. I already have this one. It's wonderful. It's the gold standard. The only critique that I have of it is that it's freaking messy. You use this eraser, you're gonna have so many shavings just on your desk that it is a bit of a pain in the butt. The other eraser that I bought from Little Tokyo is a Faber-Castell kneaded eraser, which I haven't used one of these in so long, and it's so nice. And you'll notice I totally creased the paper when I was using it. But this eraser is great, and there's no mess. Like, to contrast it with the Tombow Mono one, there's no shavings. The only downside is, man, it makes your fingers smell like an eraser. Technically, I didn't get this from Little Tokyo, but I felt like the drawing looked a little bit unfinished, so I wanted to use some markers I had laying around to just give this the final manga panel look that it deserved. So I'll leave these 2 black and gray markers in the description for you to pick up if you want, but again, not officially part of the Little Tokyo review.
It's been a minute since we talked last. Yeah, that's probably 'cause I got your number blocked. Trying, but the line never stopped. Now I'm making sure you broke my heart again for the last time.
Well, I finished the drawing, and I think it looks alright, but I'm sure it's on your mind now. What do we do now? Do you go and buy these art materials? Are we so lost in materialism that we have to continually consume more and more products that you're really probably not even going to use? Do you become a better artist from having better materials? Or is a good artist the one who uses the materials that he has, even if they're what you'd call bad, and he still makes good art out of it? Something to think about. Or not. Do a little retail therapy. But real talk, the erasers they're established classics. The pencil was really good. Better than I thought it would be. The pen wasn't the best for art. But if you do other things, if you're into stationery, if you're into journaling, it was a great pen. The links for everything are in the description if you want to check them out. So what are we dilly-dallying for? Start drawing. Go to church. Jesus loves you. Have a great day. Bye.